I'm going to show you how you can sue a debt collector and win. I've been on a crazy mission the last 4 years trying to teach people that you can catch debt collectors on these phone calls and you can sue them and win. And people think it's a joke because I have to try to make it funny. But in all reality, this tactic really works, and it is the most underused thing that you can use to sue a debt collector, get rid of them, and potentially absolve yourself of that debt. People think that when I say it's a $1,000 violation, they're like, how am I going to pay for an attorney? Like, this is the joke. You know, $1,000, why is it worth it? You see all these crazy comments. People aren't looking into what I'm saying. Consumer law attorneys generally work on a contingency plan. At least the legal teams that we work with, that we help our clients with, they work on contingency plans. They take no fees out of our clients' pockets. They take them out of whoever they're going to sue. Okay. Now, in the situations that people also don't understand is when they're going to sue those people, they take their fees out of them. Sometimes these people don't get any money, but sometimes they do. It depends on how many violations you can rack up with the debt collector. Now, remember, if the debt is still active, now what does that mean, the debt is still active? Understand, nothing in this video is legal advice, okay? I just want to go ahead and put that out there, all right? So if the debt is still active, that means the statute of limitations has not expired on that debt. So as an example, in the state of North Carolina, the statute of limitations is 3 years for any type of debt all the way across the board. If 3 years haven't gone by since your first date of delinquency, meaning the first time you made a payment, then that means the debt is still active. Again, as an example, 3 years is the statute of limitations in North Carolina. If when you made your last payment, it has still not been 3 years, then the debt is still active. If it's past 3 years, past the statute of limitations, they can no longer sue you in a court of law. So if you can catch a debt collector on the phone hitting you with an FDCPA violation, that is a federal violation, okay? It's a really, really big deal. People think it's a joke. It's really not. So what can happen is you get a legal team involved. The legal team is going to go after them. You have a clear violation of the FDCPA for whatever reason, whatever's in that FDCPA, if they're violating your rights, that's a federal offense. So what happens is the legal team goes after them to sue them and get rid of this debt at the same time while they're suing them. That's generally what a legal team is going to go after. But what happens with the debt depends on if it's active or not. If the debt is active, it can potentially be sent back to the original creditor, okay? But the debt collector, if the debt is not active, it's done, it's gone, it's finito. They can't do anything with it. They bought a debt. Now they can possibly send it back to the original creditor, but the original creditor is going to know that the debt is expired. So are they going to really risk selling it to somebody else? Yes, potentially. It could happen. Not going to say it won't, because I've seen all kinds of crazy things happen with debt. So it is possible it can be resold. That's not a thing that we're going to take off the list here, okay? But if you can get rid of this debt permanently, this is why you want to catch a debt collector in an FDCPA violation. Debt collectors love to harass people on the phone, okay? I always have had this one rule. 100% of debt collectors will lie 100% of the time. You can't trust any of these people on the phone because their number one job is to get you to pay them. Always remember, they'll say whatever they can to convince you that you guys are cool. We're just trying to get this money, man. We're just trying to work things out with you. We want to do whatever we can to help you. Okay? That's not true. Understand that, okay? So remember, don't trust any debt collector when they call you on the phone. If you're going to run this play and try to catch them in a violation, you need to plan this out properly. Don't just pick up the phone and try to be willy-nilly all gangster and be like, I'm going to just do it right now. No, you need to write it down on a piece of paper and you need to stick to the script because these people are trained to catch you slipping and get you to say something that you're not supposed to say. Again, stick to the script that I'm going to tell you and follow it to a T. If you go off on a tangent, you're going to lose because, again, these people are trained to do this. They go through all these courses and all these video conferences talking about the things they shouldn't do and shouldn't do. But at the end of the day, debt collectors are always going to slip up because they want to get that money. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That way you find out every time we drop new content, new videos, you're going to hear about it first. Now, always remember, drop some emojis in the comment section. Tell me about something you want to talk about specifically. Let's get the algorithm going so more people can watch these videos. That's what it's all about, okay? Help us get this video out so we can help more people. Now, if you're looking to work on your credit, we are a full-service credit management company. We created one of the most advanced DIY programs in the industry at $50 a month. You can attack all your negative items on your credit files. You don't have to do any modules. You don't have to read any courses. We create your letters for you, custom made, Metro to attacking. We email them to you, you print them, you mail them, and you're done. It's just that simple. We cut all the nonsense out. No template letters, okay? It's 2023. Who's using a template letter still? You are up against the machine, okay? Remember that. Now, also, we do offer a full-service Metro 2 program and a pre-litigation program that is designed to sue, okay? So you can always find those in my trusted link in my description. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. That way you find out every time we drop new content and every time I go live, because you never know when I'm gonna pop up and go live and surprise all of my followers and all my subscribers. And always remember, last part's the most important. All right, first step, you're gonna open up your credit report. You can go to annualcreditreport.com, or you can use MyScoreIQ, $1 on a 7-day trial. Link is in the description. You can pull up your credit report, and then whatever debt collector you have, we'll use my favorite, Midland Credit, okay? Some of the largest debt buyers are Midland Credit, Portfolio Recoveries, LVNV Funding, and Convergent. Those are the 4 largest debt buyers in the United States, okay? Now, let's say hypothetically you scroll all the way down to your bottom of your credit report is gonna have the names, phone numbers, and addresses of every single creditor or debt collector on your credit report. So you can easily find the number of that debt collector and prepare yourself to make this phone call. Now, you need to make sure that you record this conversation, okay? Before everybody gets all wild in the comments, let's make something very clear, okay? The moment the debt collectors pick up, they're gonna say, this call may be recorded for quality assurance. You do not have to let them know that you are recording this call, because they just told you that you may record this call for quality assurance, okay? They just told you that. So everybody never listens to what they're saying. You have to use what they're saying against them. Again, remember, if they say this call may be recorded for quality assurance, okay, awesome, sweet. And you don't have to tell them that you're recording this call. You can easily take one of your phones, okay, and use your notes section, okay, in your phone. Or you can download an app to record the entire call, but you need to make sure you record this call from start to finish. Make sure you timestamp it, and make sure that you take copies of when you made that phone call and showing the number that you called. You got to have all the proof in the world. Once the debt collector picks up that phone, they're going to say, hey, thank you for calling Midland Credit. You know, how can we help you? You're going to say, oh, hey, I need to talk to somebody about something I saw on my credit report. Oh, okay, great. Can we please verify your name, your date of birth, and your social security number? Nah, not going to give you that. Sorry. Okay. What I will give you is my name, okay, and my address, and you can give them your date of birth, okay? They should have those things. All those things you can find on your credit report, okay? Never, ever give them your social security number, all right? So you can give them these things and say, okay, well, what can we help you today? This call is being recorded for quality assurance. Listen, Mr. Debt Collector, I'm calling you because you have reported something on my credit report, and I want to communicate to you that I deny and dispute this alleged debt. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, you have to get it in writing. It doesn't matter if you don't get it in writing. It's not true. You can easily record this call and you can use it against them, because a lot of times debt collectors will not take you serious. And they say, oh, okay, yeah, okay. So what's up? You going to pay? You going to pay us, or you're not going to pay us? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, okay, I disputed. Okay, cool. No, the reason why a lot of times they're not going to go back and they're not going to mark it in dispute on your credit report. And that's where you want them to make the mistake. You want them to not take you serious. Listen, role play with them a little bit. Listen, Mr. Debt Collector, I don't know what's going on here. I saw this on my credit report. I'm really confused. I just got to tell you, I deny and dispute this debt, okay? I just don't know what's going on. Please explain to me what I'm supposed to do here, okay? And they're going to try to convince you to pay. They're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah. They're not going to pay attention. They're not going to take you serious. 1692E8. I'm going to put it up on the screen right here so you can see it. Communicating or threatening to communicate to any person credit information which is known or which should be known to be false, including the failure to communicate that a disputed debt is disputed. They have to mark it in dispute on your credit report. If they don't, that's an FDCPA violation, and it's $1,000 per violation. So you got 3 credit bureaus, right? 1, 2, 3. That could be $3,000. Depends on how good the legal team is, okay? But again, you have to do this properly, and you have to catch them slipping. So role play with them, with them a little bit, okay? Also understand, if you owe a debt collector a massive amount of money, do not try to do this. Don't go poke the bear, okay? Let's just be very clear about that. The larger amount of money that you owe, you do not want to go poking any bears, okay? Because what happens when you poke a bear? It's going to bite you. And always remember, subscribe to increase your credit score.